What is your current relationship with the person you lost your virginity to? Haven't seen her in 36 years. Was it that bad? Maybe it was so good he went blind. Whenever I see somebody that looks remotely like her, I turn around and walk away. Really? I feel strangely attracted to them. I get both. Oh god, run away. Damn you peanuts. You're not helping. He liked one of my photos on Instagram a month ago and then deleted his account the next day. Well, that's one way to deal with it happening. Yesterday I noticed that my ex-boyfriend had followed me on Instagram, which was weird because he knows that I hate him. 30 minutes later he unfollowed me and deleted his account. Okay, lol. Probably was stalking you and followed you accidentally. When he figured it out he went full abort mode and trashed everything. Scorched earth motherfricker. A Facebook like here and there. I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious. Yeah, might need to throw a few more likes her way, maybe invite her to play Farmville. We're married. 50th anniversary next October. A few weeks afterward we broke up. And a few weeks after that, she and the secret boyfriend she had the whole time slashed the tires on my truck and covered it in syrup and rice, as a renewal of their love and commitments to each other. We don't talk. It's been 8 years and she still texts me some nonsensical like, where are you? Bring some milk. We'll have dinner at my mom's tonight. It might be because we're married, though. I hope I never have to call for an ambulance because he's an EMT and I'd rather die trying to get myself to the hospital than see him again. You get knocked out in an accident, wake up in the ambulance with a totally unnecessary catheter and him smiling over you. Unnecessary catheter. There are no two worse words in the English language. Unexpected castration. I can't believe you've done this. None. She's dead. We dated at 16. Went all the way, but broke up not long after. Remained friends, and when we were 18, she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. 5 years after that, she died by suicide. That was 9 years ago in May and I'm still friends with her family. I married her. 2 kids. We're scraping by and it's a wonderful life. She's taking a crap right now. She called me out of the blue a few months after we last banged. What's up? I asked. I'm pregnant. As I wondered if the Navy would accept 16-year-old, she finished with its Tobies. Have you seen him around? I avoided her after that. Oh my god. How dare she open up the conversation with that? Especially if it's not your baby. To be fair, he did ask her what's up. First, based on her being pregnant she could have said my weight. I got drunk and messaged him about 2 years ago because he popped into my head in I wonder how he's doing kind of way. Anyway, I was drunk, opened his Facebook page on my mobile and couldn't make sense of the page and assumed he had deleted me, so I sent, "Thanks for deleting me, that's not nice, what the hell man." He wrote back, "What?" And then I still realized we were actually still Facebook friends. I was just a fool and closed the conversation and tried not to think about that conversation ever again. Until now. Thanks, Reddit. And then I still realized we were actually still Facebook friends. I was just a fool and closed the conversation and tried not to think about that conversation ever again. Until now. Thanks, Reddit. Is it time for another I wonder how he's doing? She cheated on me and I freaking hate her now. Whoa, same here. We got married, I got pregnant. He cheated on me and started becoming abusive. I left, and now he's in prison for killing his, now ex obviously, girlfriend's baby. Jesus Christ, that got dark. I'm sorry. Married. Same here. 25 years. Same here. 26 years. Oh snap, you just wanna pet that sucker. Interesting really. She took my virginity and then fricked my best friend, which was awful. I lost my girlfriend and my best friend. I got over it though and everything is great now. Thank god I don't think about it nearly 8 years later, lol. However, I recently moved to a new gym and her new husband work out there. After about 3 weeks of her seeing my face several times a week at the gym, she moved to a new gym, which I assume is to avoid her own self-shaming. So who's the real winner now? Her new gym? How strong is her Pokemon party? 6 Vaporeons cause frick diversity. I'm his widow. I know, I killed the mood. Circa shrug circa he passed away in 2010. I'm raising our 2 kids though. I hope that you are able to find peace. Hug those kiddos tight. Thanks smiley face. I'm fairly sure my kids are the only people who keep me somewhat sane. Also, annoyed. LOL. If your kids don't annoy you, you're doing it wrong. Source. Annoy my mum constantly. Ha. Frick you status. Here's the short story. First relationship in HS. We were in love forever. We were going to stay together while we were in college on opposite sides of the country. Stupid me gave her this teddy bear as a symbol of our never-ending trust and love. This bear is my prized earthly possession. It was my dad's bear when he was a kid, and he gave it to me when I was born. I will be giving it to my first kid. She and I break up in February while we are both away from home and in school. I was devastated. She tells me she'll mail the bear back once school ends. This freaking itch would not mail it back. June rolled around. Then July. I'm calling, texting her trying to coordinate the return and getting the runaround. I'm like, listen lady, IDGAF where or what you're up to, just mail the damn thing back. August comes in, and I'm like frick it. I called her dad. Honestly, I was so embarrassed that it had to come to that. Like hey, we are 20, we aren't full adults yet, but damn it this should have been resolved between the two of us, without me having to call her dad. She mailed it back. Frick you see. Ninja edits to answer questions. I guess I should clarify the whole gifting aspect. It definitely wasn't a gift. It was explicitly a loan. Like one of those hold on to this while we are away, because love, and I'll get it back when we are reunited after college, because forever love Delius. It was a symbolic gesture. I can't recall for certain, but I am almost positive I was offered to pay for shipping for the bear. This thing is priceless in my life, so I don't really care how much it was. And let's be honest guys, it's a stuffed bear of average weight and size. It wasn't going to be expensive. The conversation was short. He is a lawyer, so you can imagine. I appreciated it entirely, but again, I was super disappointed and embarrassed for having to trouble him for it. On a less raggy note, whenever I do think back on people that I hate, I am a little sad she and I are not friends. My other exes are either friends, or at least I don't hate the ones that aren't, and she and I could have had something more amicable. It's been almost a decade post breakup, and some would say I shouldn't be carrying this anger, but I can honestly say I don't care about that opinion. I tend to be a pretty closed off person. I'm very social, but I don't let many people in. Once you're in, you are full in though, and the whole relationship ended up with a huge cut, and a major sense of betrayal and pain. I'm sure I could have done some things better, because nobody is perfect, but looking back on the relationship, it was pretty toxic. Her behavior wasn't very fitting for a partnership. I dunno. Make sure you put that teddy in the washing machine. Not together, but we still frick occasionally. 13 years later that pussy is still atomic. Careful. Atomic pussy can lead to nuclear family. A+. Nah, he's just fishing for upvotes. Chernobyl style. We went out for 4 awesome years. Then she dumped me out of the blue and fricked a dude who I thought was my friend less than 2 weeks later. That was last week and I'm a frickin' wreck right now. Thank you all. Your kind words helped more than you could know. I'm the one that got away. She's tried a number of times to get us back together over the years. But she cheated. No second chances with that. Respect. Respect. Attached to my arm are sobs. Or smiley face. Oh sad face. I don't get it. Like they're handcuffed together? Oh my sweet summer child. Wait, he banged a child? I'm Facebook friends with his wife. Who is the girl he left me for? I'm Facebook friends with him, too, but he never posts anything. Their kid is not cute, and she got super fat. This makes me happy. I'm a terrible person. Their kid is not cute, and she got super fat. This makes me happy. I'm a terrible person. I feel like we could be friends. It was my high school girlfriend. She went away for college and we broke up. Got back together 20 years later. We've been married for 10. Current status. Leaning against me watching TV. We were 18 and going to be together forever until he told his church camp counselor that we'd had sex. The day he came home he dumped me because they convinced him that I was evil and he needed to break up with me so he didn't go to hell. Yeah, whatever, it was his idea that we sleep together. We spoke a few times during college, but lost touch. This was before email. Years later I googled him and found out that he was suffering from Huntington's disease, which is a fatal, horrible, degenerative disease. I got in touch with his mum and asked what I could do and she said just send him a note or something because none of his friends ever visited him. So I started sending him letters, cards a few times a month, and when I traveled for work I would send him a postcard or buy him something and send it to him. His mum would send me letters about how much he loved my notes and my presents, and in my heart I felt that same connect that we had all those years ago. He died only 2 years later. While he broke my heart and the breakup sent me into a depression that lasted years. At the end of the day he was just a confused kid who let others dictate what he should do. While I am not 100% sure he even remembered who I was at the end, it made me realize that after all these years, once the hurt is gone, I still had love and affection for him in my heart, and I am glad that I had the chance to add a small bit of light into his life. Damn, dude, gotta warn me before stories like that. You seem like a good person.